Thank you, David. Thanks. Thank you to everybody that entered for this section. It was really wonderful to listen to all of you. I'm just going to give some brief feedback. The first candidate was Emma, and she played the angelfish. Emma, really good performance. I thought your sound control is very nice and clear, and also generally good coordination between the hands. I think the rhythmic control can be even a little bit more steady, so try to give attention to that. And I think you can add some dynamic shading to create some more tension and relaxation within the phrases. But a good flow throughout. I gave you an honors. Well done. Then the German dance was number 2. Nice effective tempo choice, I think, to underline this dance character. I like your sound, nice and projective, and very neat rhythmic coordination between the hands. Shape the phrases now musically. I think specifically in a dance that is always inspired by these Baroque dances, I think it's important to also shape the music throughout. So use your dynamics in a constructive manner in that regard. But good flow throughout and a nice dance character, honest, well done. Then we had Sthembiso, number 3, the Birkmiller, nice and lively performance. I really like that. Also some nice effective articulation, the staccato specifically, very nicely played. Just listen to rhythmic control and also flow, and specifically a steady tempo to really bind the piece nicely together as a whole. But good phrase structure and sensitive sound control, also a merit. Well done. Then we had Anastasia, and that was played by Rosa, number 4. I thought it was a nice interpretation, very nice and sensitive sound control in your playing. Projects also very well. Listen carefully to balance. I think it's very important to project that melodic line throughout, also and shade it with some dynamic coloring. Try now to work on a flow throughout. I think it will just bind the piece even better together as a whole. But good coordination between the hands, good control and merit. Well done. Then we had the Hound Dog, Kondwani, number 5. Nice interpretation. I would suggest even a slightly faster tempo to underline the character of the music. Also to add those accents, really bring them out. I think it's such a characterful piece, this. And I think you can bring out that character even more with dynamics, placement of the accents, nice articulate sound, and a brightness in it. But good rhythmic coordination. Just try now to also get a steady flow and keep direction throughout. Merit, well done. Then we had another angel fish. That was number 6, Kondwani. I thought it was also a good interpretation. I like your sound. It's nice and projective, but listen to balance. I think sometimes the texture can be even more transparent and clear. So listen to the balance between the two hands, but good coordination, but just listen also to rhythmic control. Again, like I said to the other candidate also that played this one, try to shape the music a little bit more with dynamic coloring. I think it will just keep the tension line even better, but well played. I gave you an honors, well done. Then we had the Tchaikovsky, number 7, Alice. Good interpretation and really good attention to the dynamic shading in this piece. Just be careful for the repeated notes. It's quite a difficult piece to really get that sustained sound, and you are very aware of the dynamics always, and that I really like, but just be careful for the repeated notes, that they take really nicely over from one another. But good also pedaling in that one, and good balancing of the chords. I thought that was very, very nice. It's not always easy to balance the chords to bring out the top voices, and also sometimes the bottom voice there. Good flow and honors. Then we had the Prokofiev, that was played by Damon. A really good attention to detail in your playing. I want to commend you on that. Also good rhythmic control in the left hand with those articulation. Well done with that and keeping that staccato nice and crisp throughout. I think sometimes the melodic figures can just be integrated a little bit more. It's not that you go out of time, but sometimes the sound control, I think, can just integrate more within the melodic line. But good attention to dynamic coloring Just listen carefully to your pedaling. I think sometimes it can be a little bit more clear in the texture, but good flow also. Gave you an honest, well done. The morning prayer was number 9, Vicky, and I thought it was a nice and intimate interpretation of this piece. Well done. Listen to the balance of the chords. I think you can be sometimes more aware of which voice to really project it nicely. Will give even more texture in your playing. But good dynamic shading and a very effective tempo choice. It's a slow tempo. It's effective to really underline this morning prayer, but just try to keep direction also. Well done and honest. And then the last one was the Chopin Nocturne. C sharp minor, that was Ziyu. Very nicely played. Very nice musical insight, good technical control in your playing. Listen carefully to those opening chords to have even more balancing within them. When you play your melodic material, I thought the balance was very good, but also in the chordal material, give attention to that. I think that middle section can have maybe even a slight more dance burlesque character. The I think we bring that out. It's so typical in the nocturne to have sometimes these this middle section that's in a more contrasting character, to try to also underline that in your playing. But good flow, very musically played, and very good technical, neat control throughout. I gave you a diploma. Well done to everybody.